Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Monday, December 20th. It's 1:55 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. Finally, the weekend is over, and we're starting to get some positive Bitcoin chart action. I dig what I'm seeing. So, BitcoinLiveView.com always got more for you there. Looking at Coin 360 here for the last hour, as we can see, the market's starting to turn green in general, but it's only the beginning. Bitcoin is beginning to make a strong move on the short time frames, and daily MACD is holding positive. So let's keep rocking along, and we'll look at that. 3.2 billion last 24 hours in Bitcoin volume. Not much. That's pretty darn low. Looking at the spot trading volume on Binance, got 17 billion. Want to have at least 30 billion for a good day. This is really, really low, but we are up 29% last 24 hours, so that volume is increasing. For derivatives on Binance, 55 billion. Want to see 75 billion for a good day, but we are up 30% last 24 hours there. So as this week is getting started, we're starting to see some volume increase. It is definitely low at the moment, but it is increasing quite a lot. I like to see about 4 to 5 billion for Bitcoin trading volume explicitly to really know that that retail buyers are in on it. Right now we're at 3.2 billion. That's just enough to say it's low, but not totally shitty. So really low volume, but increasing volume. We'll see how that goes throughout the day. Long versus shorts, 75% long, 24% shorts for Bitcoin on Binance. Definitely a long bias. For Ethereum, 68% long, 31% short. Definitely a long bias there also. Looking at Bitcoin here, this is a great thing to see. I like what I'm seeing. This is a 45-minute chart. Right here is the 200 moving average, the white one there. And check it out. Bitcoin did earlier this morning scare us a little bit. It's off the bottom of the R cave here. It made a nice strong bounce, and it's coming back up to meet the 200 moving average. Let's see if it pumps through or gets rejected. Volume is increasing. We can see that spot trading volume is increasing. Coin volume is very low, but not, it's low, 3.2 billion, and I would like to see 4 to 5, really to 6 billion. Let's see some actual volume going on. Regardless, we do have we've got a direction. Sorry about this. Sorry about that. Boom. We have a directional index, not directional index. We have directional. Yeah, directional index. Sorry, I don't know. I'm a little bit tired all of a sudden. Directional index in the green. And of course, the ADX is starting to move positive. Squeeze indicator definitely in the green, looking good. KRI is pumping good in the green. Stochastic RSI shows, man, you guys are really buying hard. Do watch for that, because let's actually switch to an hour quickly on this. As you can see, EV on the hour, especially, you can see right here, we are kind of overbought right now. So we're probably going to not continue going up in a straight line like we have been, but anything can certainly happen. Looking at the weight oscillator by Lazy Bear, we're still in the sweet territory there. These do not always agree with oscillator, and RSI do not always agree, but in general, the directional index here is in the green. ADX is climbing, and squeeze indicators look good, so it does look like we could continue this. Just be careful. Are we going to get rejected from the 200 moving average and get pushed down, get rejected hard, or are we going to continue cruising through it? Looking at what I'm seeing here, looks like we could start to bounce between the 200 and the 314, then take off. Or if we do get rejected by the 200 moving average, we could end up visiting the bottom of the RSI cave again here at like 44,000. Some say that's where we're going to actually bounce. We shall see. I'm not really confident in anything. I really think we're kind of in no man's land. But what I can say for sure is if you look at this 45-minute chart, we have been on a downtrend for quite a while. Let me just pull all this in here. This is a long downtrend, and we need to break out of that. So if I was to do like, let's do a channel. Yeah, Bitcoin, where's my two things? I'll find it here. Channel. You guys probably already see it, and I don't. Where's that? Yeah, parallel channel. There we go. We really need to just go from here. I'm gonna go here, go down here. I'll disregard that long wick. Go like this here. Actually extend it a little bit further. We really need to get out of this this downward trajectory here. But the nice thing is, though, looking at the 45-minute chart here, when you have had a long downtrend like this, And this all makes sense. It follows the heartbeat of the channel, follows the top and the bottom of the channel. Right now, I've been slowly working off the top, off the mid-range of this channel here, the heartbeat. Starting to challenge the top of the channel here. Let's see what happens. This is the time when a 200 moving average break, especially since we've kind of gotten some sideways action here. We've kind of beginning to pull out of this downwards momentum. We'll see. The indicators do show that definitely an uptick to break out of this downwards channel could be in order. So short time frame, we'll see what happens. Really, it's just a matter of, I don't want to be really neither hopeful or hopeless, but this is a very strong push. I like what we're seeing here. It's Monday. Let's see what happens. There you go. Looking at the daily chart. This is a 2-hour chart, actually. Before we look at the daily, let's look at the 2-hour. Okay, 2-hour chart. We did cross negative on the MACD on the 2-hour chart back here over the weekend. I did not dig seeing that at all, but we just crossed positive. 2-hour chart does tend to show me a trend where the daily MACD is going. So now let's look at this on a daily chart. Also, do note on the 2-hour chart, we just crossed about the 50 moving average. Not bad. That is some positive momentum upwards. Okay, let me look here real quick. The daily chart. So far, I'm sorry about that. Daily chart. So far, we have a green candle. I like what I'm seeing. We're challenging the 200 moving average in daily chart. We really need to get above that. Looking at the daily MACD, it's kind of hopeful. We're starting to get some green histogram action here. I like seeing that. And even with the weekend's volatility, we have continued to widen that histogram. So this is a very good spot. I mean, after this massive, you can kind of see how the MACD, of course, is going to match the chart here. So as we have had this downtrend in Bitcoin, ultimately, kind of overall, you can see a downtrend in the MACD. And let's just hope that as we're getting the turnaround on the MACD, like we have here, we try to do it here, now we're doing it again. Hopefully we don't get kind of a repeat where we start looking positive and the whales come in and screw us over. So we shall see how it rolls. This is definitely, I think I mentioned earlier, like last week. We're looking at either a balance above the 200 and 314 kind of moving averages here. This is where we're going to bounce. Right now, we're ranging between the 200 and the 314. We've gotten below the 200 a little bit more than I would like here in the daily. But if we can make a break above, that would be positive. I mean, after giving so much back, if we actually do I'll put it right here. Let's do a Fibonacci sequence here. As you can see, we're right here at the 200 moving average and at the 786, totally respectable place to bounce. We tried to find some grip there at the 618, golden pocket there, could not quite do it. But right now, really, we're going to make a break. We're either going to keep this positive MACD cross here and continue up, make the 786 bounce on the fib, make this 200 moving average bounce. This is on a daily chart. Right now, the 2-hour chart's starting to reflect that definitely could happen. We're moving in that direction. If I do a 2-hour chart right here, let's see if we can pull all this in. I like the 2-hour chart. It's kind of fun. Okay. Well, let's pull that in. Yeah, just for a little bit more. Actually, let's do a 4-hour chart just to make that a little bit more granular so you can kind of see. Also do note this, something positive to see. We had a 2-hour MACD cross positive. We just had a 4-hour MACD cross positive, and we're holding that daily. So that ain't bad at all. I like what I'm seeing there. Looking at this fib sequence, you can see it with slightly more granularity here on the 4-hour chart. Boom, this is definitely make or break time. 4-hour chart's getting ready to challenge that 50 moving average. So really, we're kind of in, I'll also call it no man's land. If we can keep growing, if we can keep the Bitcoin trading volume rising, if we can keep this spot trading volume rising, which it has been, they're definitely a little low right now, or they actually are outright low right now, but we are seeing an increase. We've already gone from 17, I think, to 18 billion, and now we're up 31%, which I think it was 20 when we were looking, 20 something. So we're definitely getting some Monday momentum going. Let's see if we can hold that. So daily chart and shorter time frames looking positive. Definitely watch this 45-minute chart for a 200 moving average across. If we can do that and hold it, that will be a very positive thing. These indicators are showing a little bit of overextension. As you can see, we have pumped quite a little bit, and we are far from the 8 moving average. Always realize that you're never going to get too far below or above the 8 moving average, like on any time frame. So the red moving average right here, that's the 8. and we're quite a ways from it. So really, let's see what happens. Bitcoin's making a push this morning. Let's see how it rolls. Looking at alts, really, I'm just going to look at SHIB because I think it reflects the sentiment of a lot of alts. Definitely, it has been giving it back for quite a while. As you can see, this long downtrend. It's just challenged the 200 and the 314 a few times. Of course, you might say many. It's challenging them once again. These indicators in general are pretty darn extended, but definitely it looks like it could hold that positive 200 moving average, and whatever kind of thresholds, whatever kind of time frames you're looking at as far as alts go. I think you may find that if Bitcoin can keep this run positive, your alt's going to do well too. And there we go. Can hold this 200 moving average? If it does, that's pretty positive. If it can do that and keep bouncing up, looking at the indicators, it's certainly positive, but it has moved quite a lot very quickly. It's far from the moving 8, and of course it may have to go sideways or retrace a bit before it continues. But an essential issue here is keeping this 200 moving average. If it can do that and continue moving up, just like really Bitcoin is doing here on the 45-minute chart, it needs to get above that 200 moving average and the 314, and let's see what happens. I mean, we very well could just get a replay of not too long ago where it tries and gets its ass handed to it and doesn't do it. So let's see what happens. We're starting a new week. Monday is the right time. Volume is increasing. I think I personally have a positive vibe about the whole thing. And with that said, remember, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit banker cries. Talk to you later. Actually, a piece of shit globalist cries.